Hello guys, and welcome back to Reading Club. So today, I'm going to read you Daisy and the Trouble with Sports Day, Chapter 15 and Chapter 16. Chapter 15. When I asked Lottie and Dottie what kind of egg time they had been putting in over the weekend, I nearly fainted. They said their dad had come up with a training plan called Extreme Coaching. That's the trouble with dads who are gym instructors. There are dads who are gym instructors. When Lottie and Dottie told me what extreme coaching meant, I was so shocked I had to go and sit down on the quiet bench because Lottie and Dottie had spent their entire identical weekend with an egg and spoon in their hand. They had eaten their breakfast with an egg and spoon in their hand. They had put their dishes in the dishwasher with an egg and spoon in their hand. They had cleaned their teeth with an egg and spoon in their hand. They had washed their dad's car with an egg and spoon in their hand. They had done their homework with an egg and spoon in their hand. They had ridden their bikes with an egg and spoon in their hand. They had even gone to the loo with an egg and spoon in their hand, without dropping even one of their eggs once. I mean, how scary is that? As soon as I found out that Lottie and Dottie had been doing extreme coaching, I absolutely knew that I had no chance at winning a sports day race for me and Gabby or her Teddy. Mom said if I was so worried about racing for 3 against Lottie and Dottie, then I should pick up the phone and explain things to Gabby right away. So I tried. But the trouble with calling Gabby is the moment she heard my voice, she did a big squeal. She said she was so excited about having a race dedicated to her that she had told absolutely everyone she knew. She had told her mom and her dad and her nana and her grandpa and her aunt and her uncle. She told the postman. She told the doctor who had repinned her bandage that morning. She had even told the car park man at the hospital. When I told her about Mr. Copford's thought for a sports day week, she nearly choked. She said that winning a race was far more exciting than coming second or third or fourth or fifth or definitely last in a race, especially if the race that you have won has been dedicated to you. So I didn't tell her about Lottie and Dottie after that. I just decided that I needed to get faster, and I needed to get faster fast. Chapter 16. The trouble with getting faster fast is there was only one way I could think of doing it. And it was the most horrible, disgusting, embarrassing way in the world. I had to get up on Tuesday morning. I had to get dressed for school. I had to go into school. I had to walk into the playground. I had to find Jack Beatrice and ask him to give me some of his new sports chewing gum. The trouble with asking Jack Beatrice for anything is I don't like Jack Beatrice, and he doesn't like me. Plus, I didn't have any money to pay him, which is why he said no way. The trouble with Jack Beatrice saying no way is I didn't have any ways left. So I was forced to say please. But he still said no way. So I was forced to say please with sugar on top. But he still said no way. So I was forced to say please with sugar and a cherry on top. But he still said no way. So I had to say I would do anything. The trouble with saying I would do anything is it made him do one of his horrible smiles. I'll give you one piece of my new sports chewing gum. He said, If what? I said, if. He said, if what? I said, if. He said, you say, I'm the best. The trouble with saying Jack Beatrice is the best is he's not the best, he's the worst. But I really wanted to win my race for Gabby, so I said it, even though I didn't mean it. The trouble with saying it, even though you don't mean it, is it made him think of something else for me to do. I'll give you 2 pieces of my new sports chewing gum. He said, if what? I said, if. He said, if what? I said, if. He said, you say I'm the king. The trouble with saying Jack Beachwhistle is the king is he's not the king. He's a King Kong monkey face. But I really, really wanted to win my race for Gabby and her teddy, so I said it. Even though I really, really didn't mean it. The trouble with saying it even though you really, really don't mean it is it made him think of the worst possible thing in the whole world that he could make me do. I'll give you a whole packet of my new sports chewing gum, he said. If what? I said, if. He said, if what? I said. If. He said, you kiss my trainers. The trouble with kissing Jack Beachwhistle's trainers is I'd rather kiss a baboon on the bottom. When I told him he wasn't wearing trainers, he said he had them in a school bag and I could kiss them after school. Not only that, he said I could kiss them in front of my mom. The trouble with kissing Jack Beachwhistle's trainers in front of my mom is there is absolutely no way I would kiss Jack Beachwhistle's trainers in front of my mom, unless I was desperate to win a race for Gabby. When I asked him if his trainers would still be in his bag or on his feet, he said he would keep them in his bag. So I asked him how fast a whole packet of new sports chewing gum would make me run. Jack said that his new sports chewing gum was absolutely packed with super turbo running powers. In fact, once after he'd eaten about 4 packets, he started running and almost broke the sound barrier. The trouble with breaking the sound barrier doing an egg and spoon race is teachers would get suspicious. So he said if I ate just 1 whole packet before my race, I would still definitely run easily fast enough to beat Lottie and Dottie, as long as I could keep my egg on its spoon as well. So I asked him how many pieces were in a packet. When he said there were 8 pieces, I asked him if I could have my first 2 pieces now, but he said that there was no way he would risk being seen by a teacher with chewing gum in school. He would only give them to me when we were out of school. So I asked him how long a packet's worth of running power would last me. Jack said if I ate the whole packet of new sports chewing gum for my breakfast and chewed every last bit of flavor and goodness out of the way to school, my turbo powers would last at least until lunchtime. So I said I would. I said I would kiss his trainers. Even though I really, really, really didn't want to, I said I actually would. Because I just had to win my egg and spoon race for Gabby. So that's the end of this channel. I hope you enjoyed my readings of it. And if you did, please click many likes and subscribe Reading Club. So I'll come back later with the new and improved channel. Bye everybody!